Dairy Queen Radio. This is N5XTC. That sounds familiar. I've heard you. I remember Dairy Queen Radio. So very good. That sounds so right in too. Was that
Greetings from my ham shack. Let me turn some of this stuff down. I got a wisdom tooth out yesterday. It was impacted, so it was a surgery with stitches. And he had me fast so that I could take the local anesthesia. And when I got there, I said, "Is there any way you can do this without local anesthesia and just the Novocaine?" He said, "Sure, if you could take it." I said, "What do you think?" I mean, he said, "Well, you might be able to." So I just didn't want to go through all that being doped up stuff all day. So it was a little nerve-wracking there because you're fully conscious. And he did use a really good new version of Novocaine where I didn't feel anything. You could feel the pressure and stuff, but you can hear him sawing on the tooth and the smell from it, the burning and then him pulling on it and the roots cracking. And he's like, "Now you might hear a little bit of crack, snap, crackle, and pop here, but don't worry about that." I knew what it was. I'm like, okay. And man, it was a little nerve-wracking, but I was glad I didn't take that stuff, because then when I was done, I said, "Hurry up and let's finish the paperwork so I can get out of here." He said, "You have a ride, don't you?" I said, "Oh, yeah. And I jumped in my truck and drove home. I said, "I got to get home before the pain starts." So today, yeah, it's hurting a little bit, but last night around 9 o'clock, it just started in on me. I still have like a headache from the whole thing, and like you can press like that side of the jaw. It was my lower right wisdom tooth, and you could feel where he was yanking on it. Brownsville PD, why are they in yellow? I don't usually have them a yellow light program. That's UTB with a flashing blue light. I have Border Patrol as green, Fire as red, EMS flashing red. I love this light option on my digital trunking scanner, because then you can kind of just glance over there and know what it is before you really look at the screen. But today I've been reading the extra class license manual again, and unlike some hams, I do read all the theory and learn it all. I actually enjoy this stuff because this is as deep as it gets in ham radio. This is the good stuff, all about propagation. There's some of it that's on electrical stuff that, I don't think it's really necessary unless you're building your own radios. But all the stuff on propagation and antennas I find very useful, but it's a rite of passage. This is the highest level license, so I'm studying that. I figure I'm going to shoot for like Christmas break, Thanksgiving time, and try to take this exam. And up here I have the VHF propagation map. You can see nothing coming out of South Texas today, which I wouldn't expect it would be, but look at California, boy. Anyway, so I'm just enjoying my radios. I'm actually setting up things for the semester. I went over to the university and bought a new book for the semester. This is my Bible. I label it for the 16 weeks. And then I put in all the vacation days and that stuff. And then when I start out, I have to lay out all my courses. I do it according to the calendar. And so this is the first step. Anyway, I met a guy online who has the DX300 that fixes radios, so he might be willing to take that in and fix it. So I've got to talk to him a little bit more, and he can kind of give me an idea whether what kind of work we're talking about. But I was thinking of getting this fixed. This radio was donated to me by Kilo Bravo 5 Zulu Charlie Sierra. He didn't want it anymore because it wasn't working, and I said, well, I might send it off and get it working. It's a classic. So we'll see about that. But I think I got enough to keep me going.
Probably 200 years old, and I'm sitting in there talking on my little my little KX3 radio here and blah, blah, blah in the outhouse. Oh, yeah, that would be funny, man. And you know what really gets me? Is all of a sudden, I don't get it, all of a sudden, this guy is W1AW portable. I mean, what's the difference? Well, I don't understand why all of a sudden this guy who never used to be W1AW, they said, oh, okay, you can be W1AW here in, Schenectady, New York, and here's another W1AW portable 6 out here in Fresno, California, and they were never W1AW. And then all of a sudden they just give all this, everybody can be W1AW. I fail to see what the big deal is, why, I don't understand any of it. Is there something wrong with me, over?
No, it's when they give you a W1AW call sign with a number after it, people come back to you, you know. It's people come back to those call signs, you know. They want to get an award or QSL card, or they're trying to work W1AW on all the bands and all the modes. That's what it's all about, dude. So if I hear W1AW here in 20 meters, I say, well, I haven't worked them. I've worked them on 10 and 40 and 17, but I've never worked them on 20, so you call back to him, and then he kind of gets credit for the contact too. I wouldn't want to do it, but that's what it's all about.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, all right. I got on my soapbox there for a second. 73 down. N5XTC clear. WJ9E. I guess you want to talk to me because John has got to go through it.
See, the correct thing is to say 73. It's 73 is taken from the Morse code designation, which is just saying, goodbye, good luck to you, all that kind of stuff. And people add the S to it, 73s, but correctly you say 73. You don't type it out in Morse code as 73s, it's 73, singular. I was thinking of getting some shelving built for this desk. It didn't have that option when I bought it.
You got mail.
And I was thinking if I can get some shelving, like for this stuff back here, I can actually add another level and put, put the HTs and the scanner up on the higher level, put the bigger radios on the bottom, put the extension speakers on the top. It would double my workspace here, but I don't want to make it look cheesy. But if I can find something that matches, I might do that.
Okay. Looks like I had pretty close there. N5XTC, I ain't just about a kilowatt now with an LED. And, let me see.
That's really annoying.
That's a quick and dirty way to do it. But, yeah, see, that's great that you're hearing me. I'm not getting any noise level here at all. That's one thing. I know that there's no signals really to speak of, but there's no...
You know what I like about my workspace is I have everything right here. Like if I'm working online or I'm writing an exam, I got all my radios over here. And it's like, I could be working and hear something going on that I want to listen to and take like a 3-5 minute break, address it, come back. Having your ham shack right at your workstation is the way to go. Some people would say, well, you want to keep it separate, but I love having it all connected. So, I can always listen to the radios, I thought about getting an HF radio for my office at work, but I have nowhere to put the antenna. We're on the second floor, so it would be kind of neat to put something there, I can bring in one of my scanners with a short wave.
Two? I'm just two. Tell me. Three. Yeah, clear. Tell me.
We're clear. Just giving you an update on my tooth. It was pretty scary. I gotta admit, when I'm getting older, things get scarier because I don't know, maybe just more reality of like this guy's like in my mouth with an electric saw, and I kept thinking, what if he slips and like cuts my tongue off, or hit me biting down on a big rubber piece, and I was like, bite harder, and then he's sawing, that saw. I'm like, God, what if he slips and like cuts my tongue off, I kept thinking about all that stuff. He's like, concentrate on your breathing. I was thinking, I'm concentrating on you cutting my tongue off, because there's like no protector there between my tongue and where he's sawing, and that's a pretty powerful little, I imagine it's a pretty sharp little saw to cut through a tooth. But this guy's been doing it for 40 years, and I don't see any reports of him cutting anyone's tongue off. So you gotta. He was a good dentist. I wanted to get on Yelp or something and give him a great review, because he talked me through the whole thing. He explained it. I'm not sure if he should have or not, but he's explaining to me what he's doing. Now I'm gonna saw the root off. Now I'm gonna. I'm not sure I want to know all that stuff.
Good afternoon.
Do you feel left out?
Yeah.
No one to talk to.
No.
Become radioactive.
Really?
Join the fun of the daily rag tours net at 7 p.m. This is Kilo 5 Romeo Alpha Victor.
She's telling you to join the rag chew at 1900 hours. Which really isn't a rag chew. Everybody checks in and then it's over. I don't hear any rag chewing going on. Not a bit. Something about Cameron Parks. I paused it.
Is it closer for you to the center or to Medication? Whatever to the center. You can drop off Mr. Vector on the south side and now intercept, and then you head on to Little Farms and then pick up front.
We're clear. It's almost 12 minutes.
Clear.